Oh, and yep, we are now live. What's good, people? What's going on with y'all? Y'all know who it is. Your favorite two-time ATS hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. Well, my motto is simple: on the building. Yo, first I want to start off big shots out to my favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys, for pulling out that win Sunday. Man, it was a lot of sweat, a lot of profanity, and a lot of alcohol. But somewhere or another, them boys got it done. So big shouts out to the Dallas Cowboys fans out there, and the big middle finger to the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Yeah, love y'all too. Whatever. That's a game that kind of special to me. That anytime we win that game, because my older brother was a Steelers fan growing up, and we shared a wall together, and you know, yeah, pretty sure it drove my parents crazy. But yeah, so anytime the Cowboys beat the Steelers, it's just like one of those type things. Yep, Thanksgiving gonna be lit this year. So yeah, big shouts out to that. Also, I want to give a shout out to my people down in Florida dealing with the storm. Like, and from what I'm hearing, is going on as we speak. So big shouts out to y'all down there, man. Hey, be safe as you can be in the midst of all this. And what I'm saying, hey, my thoughts are with you, and I hope y'all make it through this, because to have a storm come and then have another one come that close behind it, and they said this was worse than the first. So, um, like I said, I just hope everything comes out of that. I know they're gonna have a lot of rain and whatnot, but hopefully it's just rain, little wind, nothing catastrophic or nothing that's gonna be destructive. So big shouts out to my people down in Florida dealing with that, man. My boy Skip, uh, you know what I'm saying, Robin down there, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, y'all let me know, keep me posted. Also, so what we gonna get into today? Because this quick 30, I um I sat on this one for a minute, and big shouts out to Regina Sunshine for bringing this across my desk. But it's a lot going on right now. With it being an election year, and a lot of times people think it's just gonna happen in the big cities or what have you. Up there you go, right there. I got my boy Saga Boss in the building, so obviously something's working down there, y'all, because he able to jump on and tell me what's happening, what's going on with your skill, how you living down there, man, how everything going. But yeah, in the election year, it's a lot gonna be going on, and like I said, a lot of people just attribute it to big cities or big places like DC, New York, Atlanta, LA, Chicago. Your bigger cities, Houston, Dallas, or whatever. But no, this go around, it's happening right here, people. When I say right here, I'm talking about right here in Rockdale County. Now, I'm not a resident of Rockdale per se, but I live close enough to it. Like, trip and fall out of my driveway, and I'm in Rockdale County. Um, Hold on right quick before we get into that. It's a lot of wind and rain right now. Coaster getting slammed already, but we good. Hey, y'all good? I'm good. Appreciate the posting. Keep me posted or whatnot. So, um, it's a lot going on right now, particularly since election year. What I'm saying, I'm looking at what's going on with Rockdale County. Just to give you a little history on it or whatever. Rockdale is going due east, right on the other side of DeKalb County, and I've noticed the growth in Rockdale. I remember when you got off exit 138, and the only reason you took that exit was to either go one way and cut to Athens, or you go the other way and go to Stockbridge. But now, and I remember when it was nothing but a Golden Corral and a Quick Trip. But now, that area and the rest of Rockdale County has built up a lot. Like it is a lot. And we're talking about housing, we're talking about businesses. Um, there's a lot going on in Rockdale County. So I mean, it is a fast growing county. And if you look at it in the last 10 years, excuse me, 10 years, maybe even the last 15, you wouldn't recognize it from then. So it is a very fast growing county. And with that being said, There's a lot of people who moved in who were, not necessarily from the area or even from Georgia. It's has a very, very decent sized Caribbean population as well as Hispanic population, as well as a lot of Northerners are down here. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's a growing community and it's a melting pot. But with that being said, there's certain things that's been going on in Rockdale County that have been allowed to go on for so long that yeah, when somebody from the outside looks in and certain things need to get checked, they may or may not happen just because of how long they've been gone unchecked. Understand what I'm saying? Um with that being said, we're getting into the meat of it. About 2 weeks ago, when I say 2 weeks ago, I want to give y'all a specific date. Um because dates are going to be important for this. So September 29th, to be exact, which would be a little over a week. We're talking about like a week and a half at this point. So not quite even 2 weeks. The Biolab, which is a it's a company that deals with pool equipment. So we're talking about like pool cleaner, all kind of solutions, or just any kind of chemical that you would think of that goes into a swimming pool. Well, the Biolab blew up. And people laugh when I say it blew up again, but no, it really did blow up again because it's blown up since I've lived out here. Um, and it's had 20 blocked up and they had the area shut down and what have you. But this time it just seems like it's a little, it's a little worse than the first as far as the biolab blowing up and it's affected a lot this go around. They've had shelter in place. Um I'm seeing now recently that Rockdale's Board of Commissioners is declared a state of emergency. This go around they shut schools down. Uh so even beyond fall break, Rockdale County schools have been shut down for what's looked like it's going to be 2 weeks. 2 weeks that they shut schools down for physical interaction. So everything now will be virtual in Rockdale County schools. It's a lot, but then it gets deeper. It gets deeper. So yesterday, Kenny Johnson, and I'm going to read you this article because I want y'all to hear it specifically verbatim as it's stated in print. This article came from OCG News and also Fox 5 Atlanta. So news source is credible. Rockdale official Kenny Johnson, who, well, I get into what he does in a second, but he died yesterday. He went in front of the Georgia State Representatives or the state legislator, testified, walks out the door, collapses, and dies. I'm going to read you the article first, and then I'm going to get into why this is important or why we should pay attention to this. So the article says Kenny A. Johnson, Rockdale County Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor, died on Tuesday after testifying about the biolab during a public hearing at the Georgia Capitol. State legislators who were holding a meeting concerning the September the 29th biolab chemical fire said Johnson approached the microphone, testified, and then walked out of room 606 at the Coverdale Legislative Office building where the meeting was held and collapsed. State Rep Viola Davis, who was a nurse, rushed out to perform CPR after someone announced that Johnson was having a medical emergency. Paramedics was called to take Johnson to Grady Hospital. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office later confirmed Johnson's death. When me and Johnson stood up at the microphone. He said he was trying to catch his breath, Mitchell said. He obviously was very passionate about the information he was sharing with the public about what was going on in Rockdale concerning the biolab, said Mitchell. Everybody was shocked when they learned he didn't make it. What a tragedy. Members of the House and Senate Rockdale County legislative delegations, House Minority Caucus, and the DeKalb County legislative delegation had held a meeting to hear from citizens, business owners, employees, and others impacted by the biolab chemical fire. Johnson told the legislative panel that the biolab must be shut down. He said the company keeps toxic chemicals, including sulfuric acid, at the plant, and he urged everyone in Rockdale County to get blood tests done. Johnson also demanded a criminal investigation into a biolab. That's a lot, people. That's a lot. Oh, got a new face in the building. Ah, Cole Thompson, how you doing? Salute. Good to see you. That's a lot, people. That's wow. So what he's telling us in what he was saying was that the biolab wasn't safe. The biolab should have been shut down, and that it's gonna kill people. And after saying this, he dies. This was on his social media page 4 days ago. Said you should know that the chemicals released from the biolab have trade secrets in their MSDS, which is Material Safety Data Sheet. You will never know the chemicals you are exposed to from the explosion since Sunday, September 29th, 2024. We need the United States Department of Justice for a criminal investigation. Now, if that's not enough, because it gets deeper, people. It gets deeper. So he says all this. I got my boy Scoot Jones in the building. Scoot, what up, boy? What's going on with you? And happy belated, y'all. Missed his birthday. Yo, give him a birthday shout out in the comments, y'all. Yeah, Scoot, it's getting real out here in Rockdale, man. Had to drop in for this one. I couldn't just let this one pass. Um, so it's not like one of those type things that he BS's with the legislator and they sweep this under the rug. He's speaking out against this, y'all. Speaking out against this, and truth be told, I do not think he's lying. I believe what he's saying. Um, it gets deeper because there's a YouTube video that even from yesterday has grown. When I found this video yesterday on YouTube, it had 800 followers. I mean, not 800 followers, 800 views. It has literally grown 1,000 views since yesterday. 1,000 views since yesterday. And this video was posted August the 29th, literally a month before, the biolab. A month, damn to the day, August the 29th to September 29th. That is a legit month before. He posted this video. Now, for copyright reasons and whatever other reasons are YouTube and all the social platforms have when I post videos, particularly videos with sound. Um, I'm not posting this one, but what I am going to do is play it. And yeah, we'll do it like that. I got a couple people down in the comments. I got Phyllis in the comments. What's up, Big Phil? So it's a lot to unpack. It is. Were safety checks being done properly at the biolab? Safety checks were being done properly is the key word. I got my boy Sarge in the building. What up, Folks Stripe? Said, of course he's not lying. It's typical corruption right here in our face. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's right here in our face. What's the name of the video so we can look it up ourselves? I'll shoot that to y'all in a second because that is very valid, and I want everybody to watch this video because you don't have to take my word for it. Yes, I do my research, I do my homework, and I make sure that my news is 1,000% correct before I even bring it to you. But I do agree, y'all should do your own research, and if I got it, I give it. That's why I'm a teacher. Man, can't even reach my bell. All this damn corruption. So it literally starts off in the video where he's talking about compliance issues. And if y'all can hear it, cool. And if not, I'll go back through it.
The forever chemicals. So let me ask with this building, how are we doing as far as our infrastructure? Our infrastructure, we've been out of compliance for 4 decades. 4 decades.
Let's stop right there. He said the infrastructure has been out of compliance for 4 decades, 40 years. So you're talking about early 80s, they've been out of compliance.
How does that affect us in the drinking water? Our drinking water, we're not testing for forever chemicals. So we got Walton County and we got Gwinnett and all that's building a whole lot. So that's messing up our drinking water that feed into us. So give it another 4 or 5 years, we don't have to be going to Lake Lanier. That's billions of dollars. To get water. Mm-hmm. Now what's your credential?
So, yeah, not only, you know what I'm saying, it's become a safe to have it with drinking water. And mind you, this is a month before the biolab. So these concerns are already there. Sounds like a safety concern to me because it is. Because it is. So these concerns are there. They have been there. And mind you, this brother has been in this job for 5 years now. So a lot of the stuff that got covered up, pushed under the rug, and basically bought out, he's not with that program. He's not. And it shows because he's speaking out against it on, on public YouTube forums.
To be able to speak on this? Oh, I have a bachelor's of science degree in safety technology. I have certification with BODs, CODs, and RCRA. BODs is biological oxygen demand. CODs is chemical oxygen demand. I know how to dispose all of them. So this is I work in this field. I'm not just talking. I work in it. BODs is biological oxygen demand. That's when you flush your toilet going to the waste. CODs, these chemical companies that we have in here that treat their own chemical wastewater. We have no paperwork. This is verified. Nothing they're doing. They don't know where the wastewater going. So you got formaldehyde, benzene riding up.
So the chemical plants who are getting rid of their own waste are not producing any paperwork even to show where the waste is going. And we're not talking about just bathroom waste, people. We talking about just chemicals, period.
On through Rockdale County, they have no clue. I asked them where the paperwork. No paperwork. Our computer went down. Really? So I'm asking EPD, where the paperwork? Yeah. They don't know. Nobody knows. That is fact. This is our quality of life. You asking me why I'm saying that? I live here. Yeah. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Council Alley. So I know how this works. If we don't say nothing, it's going to get worse and worse. And so.
And he says all this, and literally a month later, the biolab blows up, and a week and a half after that, he is now deceased. Like, I mean, it's right here, people. And you know, all I could tell you is, something's got to give. Um, something's definitely got to give. And it gets deeper in this video because he starts calling names with some of the city officials in Rockdale, and you have to hold these people accountable because and the thing is, I think the bad part about it is that from my experience in meeting city officials here in Rockdale, most of them look like us. Most of them are black people. Most of them are black. And when you look at this fast growing area, most of the people who are moving in, whether they're on the low income side or the big dollar side, they black too. It's a very, very fast growing black area. It really is. Like there's no lie about that. There's no exaggerating that part. So with that being said, it's like, damn, we're doing it to ourselves. We're gonna get to a little more of the video. I skipped up ahead just a little bit.
And pay her double than she was making as a commissioner. That is corruption. And the people have spoken and said we don't want her. Boy. William too. She got to go. Now what you got now going on? You got the city mayor talking about he's gonna hire Sherry Washington on the economic board. That's retarded. That is corruption. Yeah. The people have spoken and said we don't want her. Yeah. So you're going to go around your city council board, you and your lawyer, Gary Buttigieg, and put her on the board and pay her double than she was making as a commissioner. That is corruption. Because you need somebody still connected to the developers to do the dirty work, to bring in some more money.
So now we got election tampering. This brother saw a lot and he knew a lot. And yeah, I don't want to sit here and be the conspiracy theorist that said that, he speaks out on YouTube, he speaks out in front of the legislator, and then that's when he dies. But it's just like, sometimes people, I mean, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, and quack like a duck, it is not a chicken. I'll be the first to tell you. I got my nephew Spud King in the building. What up, boy? He said, won't be surprised that whistleblower gets pushed in some way. Oh, instead of pushed, he meant hushed. But that's what I'm saying, Spud. Like, I had to call it earlier. When he walked out of testifying to Congress yesterday, he passed out and died. So there's that. I don't want to be that guy, but a chemical plant wouldn't be there if the east side was white dominant. You goddamn right. You is so right, sir. You are so right. I mean, and then I don't know, is being that guy meaning being that guy who makes sense right now? Because that's what happened. That's what happened. And the thing is, people, this stuff's been in the movies forever. If anybody could tell me what was the name of the movie, I want to say it was a John Grisham book to where it was something about they had like a cigarette factory. There's something about the power lines in the area, and little kids was getting cancer from these power lines in the area, and this factory that was over there. And they end up suing them, and they ended up suing them and winning, but little kids were still getting cancer and stuff. So, yeah, unless it was a John Grisham book, but I mean, life's stranger than fiction. But at the same time, fiction got to get itself from somewhere. So art often imitates life, as the saying goes. So yeah, Sarge, you're not just being that person. I mean, that person means somehow you paying attention. Oh damn, yeah, yes, but he testified and he's making criminal allegations that this needs to be investigated. And from what I read too, that his death is not going to be investigated locally, but it's being investigated by the GBI. So that's a plus in the sense that it won't just be some local Rockdale County official medical examiner to say, oh, he had COVID and passed out, because that's the scapegoat. Everybody's gonna say, oh, he had COVID, and it's like, nah. What really got him? You know what I'm saying? What I got my boy Jay Shell in the building. What's going on with you, boy? Hope you are there practicing them damn punish combos and staying away from Zangief. If y'all haven't seen the videos, man, yo, we was at DreamHack this weekend kicking real good shit, man. So the videos are on my IG, my Facebook, and my TikTok. So if you haven't seen them, go check them out, man. And there's still some more to come. I got some good Tekken fights to post on there as well. So there's that. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about, it's that the GBI is going to investigate his death, which is the plus. But let's see, feds might want in on this when GBI is just going to pass in the report. Nah, I don't know. One thing that I know for sure about the GBI, they don't fool with the locals. So state police kind of they kind of sit at a higher standard. Like, yeah, they kind of hold themselves as like local feds, if you will. Because feds get in here. Feds like to jump a case a lot too often. Like, I mean, had the GBI had handled it, YSL probably would have been brought home by now. Um, so there's that. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the GBI is gonna do a good job with this one. They do thorough work. I've seen it happen. Not to say that they can't be corrupted too, but I mean, I'll take them over the locals. Let's see. Insider. Is that the name of the movie that I was just talking about? I gotta look it up. I can't remember the name of it. I just remember it happened. So it's a lot to unpack, people. The fact, and it's a lot even still going on to this day. Like I said, I got the word yesterday that Rockdale County would be out of school for the rest of this week because Rockdale County was supposed to go back to school. Actually, it was supposed to go back Monday, but due to the explosion, the shelter in place, and the cleanup process, they were closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Tuesday, it comes out from the superintendent that they will be closed for the rest of this week and next week. So we're talking about not including fall break being out of school 2.5 weeks. That is a lot. And it's one of those things that I have to speak on this as an educator. We were already dealing with a gap, a learning gap, or a education gap, a skill gap. COVID came and widened that gap. COVID widened that gap of kids who were normally a grade level or two behind became 4 to 5 grade levels behind. Well, the plus side is that a lot of the COVID kids are flushing through the system. Like I want to say this group of seventh graders now were second graders when COVID was happening. So we're talking about another 2 class cycles coming through, and we'll have a set of kids who weren't affected by COVID when school was in. However, now we have this, and there's no ETA in sight on when Rockdale County will be back in the building. So just when you think that gap is getting narrower, now it's getting widened again because this is looking to be close to including the fall break. We're talking about 3.5 weeks out of school. 3.5 weeks out of school. Oh, it's gonna be hell playing catch up. I already know. I already know because the thing was, I was sitting in a meeting the other day, and we were talking. We had to discuss about how pretty much when we got back in school Thursday, allegedly before the news came out, we got back in school Thursday. We were going to have to pretty much run hard from Thursday till about Halloween. We were going to have to run hard for this unit because there was so much time that we're missing. Now it's like, what are we supposed to do with this at this point? Because it's time missing, and then it's like, what do we do? The virtual thing is cool. The virtual, but and yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but it's whatever. It's a dope show. It's a dope show, and it's if you look at the licensing agreement, it's my right to free speech, and as long as I'm not calling any names, therefore there will be no claim of defamation. Now that I know my rights, let's move on. So, with that being said, Jay Shell's looking for Miss Parker. Miss Parker, if you're in the building, please shout out Mr. John Shelley, please. So, with that being said, while I understand the virtual platform and what its purpose was for at the time when they implemented it, during the COVID-19 situation, it was enough to appease, but at the same time, it widening a gap that was already there because these students need that interaction. They need that interaction. They need that someone in front of them on a regular. If we leaving them to their own inhibitions, because truthfully, when they're logging on, they're probably hitting the login button, turn the camera off, turn the mic off, and go back to sleep. I know it happens. So then, with that being said, it's like if it involves running, then I'm not going out of control. So, with that being said, these students aren't getting a full proper 55 minutes of instruction a day. They're getting, I mean, even with that 55 minutes, if I'm giving 100% in 55 minutes when I'm in front of them, as the best I can do, or the best an educator can do, really just going through a screen, through a glass of engagement is might be getting 45% at this point. I don't really I don't really see it being effective. I think it's a crutch, it's a placeholder. It's putting a zero where there was nothing there. I get that, and something. I mean, and it does. I will agree in the sense that it does beat them just sitting at home doing nothing all day because parents aren't pushing for enrichment. Parents are trying to go to work so they can pay bills. So they're not gonna be the one to push enrichment or any type of intellectual growth. Do the work, shit, baby, done. I get back home. But are you there to explain it? Are you in the place to teach it? Are you in a place to even correct it if it's right or wrong? Got to ask these things. Um, so it's a lot that's going to be missed, and with this brother, Kenny Johnson, speaking out how he did, and then tragically passing away shortly after it. There's a lot going on the side of mismanagement, city corruption. It's a lot going on, people. So I will be staying tuned to this. I will be keeping y'all abreast as far as what's going on, with what's going on in Rockdale County government. Because the thing is, it's like you think of somewhere as small as Rockdale and it's happening like this. Who's to say it can't happen anywhere else in the country? You know, um, can't overlook the mental damage that home learning did to the kids. I mean, goodness. That's what I was alluding to when I was talking about how that gap when we were starting to get it about here to where that learning gap was. COVID did it like this again. So yeah, there was a lot of damage done. And like I said, we are progressively right now treading these students through the system. So, like I said, in another 2 years, I said another 2 years, they'll be done cycled. They'll be at least having cycled through middle school, and then we can try to start anew. What ideas do you have to out of the box teach or stimulate your kids? What can you do to push your children to catch up? Um, you have to know where they are. You have to know where they fell behind it, and then there's a technique that we use in teaching called spiral review, where and is every time you bring them forward, you take them back around again to something that they missed. So there's always a reminder. So even if you're moving into factoring and let's say factoring and distributed property, and that comes to mind quick because that's what I'm doing right now. So if you're doing factoring and distributed property, but then when you spiral back around, you hit on some double and triple digit multiplication and division. And then you come back to where you were, but then you spiral back around and you get on some dividing and multiplying fractions. You know what I'm saying? So spiral review works because it's always like a reminder or a remembrance of what's been done already. You know what doesn't work, but what are you willing to try differently? Right now I'm a cog in the wheel. Do I think virtual works? Not really. It's here to appease the bosses. The suits, they're good. They're like, hey, kids in school, they virtual, so it'll work. Uh, Not necessarily. Um, a lot of it did more harm than good, but it is what it is. Now, the catch 22 is when we can't leave the house. What can be done about education? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a job for the people who make 3 times my salary, and the people who tell me what to do. That's their job. Because if I come up with the answer, I need your truck. I need your very very much bigger than my truck. I need your check, um, wives and girlfriends because I'm sure they got more than one because they got paper like that. So I need all that comes with it. I need all that at my house because I'm doing your job at this point. So I need the all the above package. But no, I'm serious. I don't know. I agree. It's got to be a better way. I can't answer that right now. I can't with good faith answer that. But that is where we are with this right now, people. Like we're we are. I don't want to say we're in a crisis right now, but it's bad out here. I can't tell what that is. I'm guessing it's funny though. Hey man, I love it because if look if your own people don't support you, if your own people don't support you, yo, get away from me. Why are you like? I mean, I'm all I could be is me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we are in Florida. We're trying to make up instructional time for 8 hurricane days. See, and so what's Florida's contingency plan when it comes to that? Hey, you talking about instructional time for 8 hurricane days? We're talking about almost 3.5, well, 2.5 weeks of it's going to be missed instruction because it's students that's just not showing up. They're just not showing up. Now, the plus side is now that it's been mandated by the county that these are virtual days, that means attendance is going to start. And with them missing attendance days, it's like, well, shit, there's that. And I promise you, people, y'all need to take attendance serious because, yeah, I've learned some things about attendance that attendance is real out here, y'all. Attendance is very real. I got people in the chat, man. Yo, if you in the chat, man, drop something in the comment box and let me know you in here. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's a lot with Kenneth Johnson passing away right there. I mean, literally step away from the podium, walk in the hallway and die. No thanks. Oh my God, hold on, I gotta bring this up, y'all. No Thanksgiving break, teacher work days become regular days, and working Veterans Day. So they taking away holidays, y'all. That is deep. And that's something that's a natural disaster. That's uncontrollable. Nobody has control over natural disasters. Well, according to the conspiracy theory, there's this big machine, and I think P. Diddy got something to do with it or Jay-Z. Who the hell knows? But to the real side of things, there is no one on this planet that has control over natural disasters. Yet y'all have to give up holidays because of natural disasters. That is insanity to me. That is beyond crazy. But the people that sit at the top, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. It really isn't, and it sucks. It sucks that that's who they get to make the decisions. It's people. I don't. I think they forget about the human element when it comes to education, not just the students, because there's so much emphasis put on the students. I mean, do y'all even understand why there's so much of a teacher shortage right now? And not to say that the emphasis shouldn't be put on the students. Of course, that is why we're there. Why we as educators are there, why we're employed in the first place, is to get them through to the next stage in life to where we're doing for them so they could do for themselves at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? However, do not forget about the human element that is the educator. And I'm just saying the educator, I'm talking about everybody in the building from the lunch ladies, the janitors. These are people too. And I promise you this, if you ride them too hard, you're gonna have to go find another set. I can't tell you how many sets of janitors I've seen come in and out that building. I can't tell you in my career how many teachers I see that are here today, gone tomorrow. Just go. And then now, because one of the things that COVID did do, COVID opened the teaching profession open, wide open. So that at any point, let's just say you don't want to teach here, you can go teach anywhere you want to now. You got the credentials, you can teach anywhere in the country you want to. And I stand on that. I have the utmost respect for educators. You all have to bend and flex within a moment's notice. Educators are the real MVPs. Thank you. I mean, it's a rough job, but the thing is I think that's the part that bothers me most about the field is that everything goes to the students, and not to say that that's not what it's supposed to do. I mean, God, the students do put in a lot of work. Students put in a lot of work, and they deserve the accolades. They really do, and I don't want it to ever be confused. I feel like the teachers just do not get enough accolade in the fact that the stuff that we do that's unseen, the unseen part of it is often the part that's forgotten about, or it's not even noticed, or it's not acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? Stand up doing lesson plans, getting assignments ready. Like even now, lesson plans were actually done up through next week. I had to go back through and retool all that just because it's going to be virtual now. had to retool it all. So big shouts out to anybody who's an educator that's out here right now redoing lesson plans for the next week or so. Or anybody who's an educator that's just out here, period. Big shouts out and salute to y'all, man. Cause yo, hey, we do this shit. Um, anyway, like I said, going back to what we are originally talking about, like I said, RIP and condolences to the family of Kenny Johnson because that is a lot. And that man had a lot to say. Like I said, I need to I'm gonna drop that video right now. The video is called Kenny Johnson Speaks on the Current State of Rockdale County Infrastructure. I'm gonna read it again. Um Kenny Johnson speaks on the current state of Rockdale County's infrastructure. And the page that it's on is the page is called Truth to Power. I'm up here giving free shouts out. Whoever Truth to Power is, yo, holla at me, bro. You just got a freebie off me, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I don't give away shit for free. That's true. However, teachers have to make do. That's all we got. That's all we got. It's to make do. So once again, if you are looking for that video, see, there we go. I just typed. Hold on. Damn, they can't see what I'm seeing. I just typed in Kenny J and it all popped up. That's what I'm telling you, Spud. From yesterday to the day, this video has gained 1,000 views in a day. 1,000 views in a day. So the word is getting out. And truthfully, I'm more surprised that this video hasn't been snatched. I thought from yesterday to the day, I'm thinking like, man, I should probably download this video. I should probably snatch it off YouTube because they gonna mess around and pull it. But no, it's still here, y'all. It is still here. So by all means, Kenny Johnson speaks on the current state of Rockdale County infrastructure. Definitely go watch that video. Go watch that video. Share it. Share it. Make sure you share this show. All my people on Facebook, hit that share button. All my people on YouTube, share it to your social media. Share the link to all your socials or whatever, whether you on TikTok, whether you're on IG, Facebook. Um, I don't know if you can share stuff to Snapchat. I'm not really sure how Snapchat works, but yet, here we are. Share and share and share and share this, people, because the news is out there, but the news needs to get more out there, and people need to know exactly what the fuck going on and what kind of corruption is happening right here in Rockdale County, man. Big shouts out to everybody who came through, man. I know it's supposed to be a quick 30, and I'm at 42 and a half minutes right now, but hey, I mean, look, when it gets hot, we got to keep it going. So big shouts out to everybody that came through. Big shouts out to all my YouTube people, all my Facebook people. Big shouts out to my boy Big Sarge. Goddamn, Four Stripes in the building. Big shouts out to Robin, Big Phil, goddamn Dee, my nephew Spud King in the building. My boys are here. My boy Skip down there with the Storm, Transina. Like, yo, everybody that came through tonight, man. Yo, I appreciate y'all. Definitely make sure y'all hit that share button. Come through, kick good shit with me, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's not always it's not always gonna be a party here at the Dope Show. It's gonna be a lot of times it's gonna be more informative than anything, because I mean my duty as an individual is to be here to teach the people. So that's what I do. So thank y'all for coming through. Big shouts out to y'all. Um I end this show before I get into that, be on the lookout. Like I said, oh, absolutely. I mean, that's a given. I mean, it's still ISS for life out here. You know what I'm saying? Say we got to collab on Gamer Talk ASAP. Oh, absolutely. Because yeah, it's a lot of gamer news going on out there between SBI, between the whole Tekken 8 uh situation or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Yeah, I see the Tekken people are upset about this weekend's tournament, particularly at who won. So yeah. So yeah, it's been a lot. So I get it. Oh, there you go, Scoop. Got a customer in the building. Scoop, drop your socials right here, man, so people can reach out to you. But anyway, yo, hey, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody that came through, man. I end this show like I end every other show. Imitation is a sincere form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. I stay dope. I'm just here to educate. East Point, smoke some dank, and I'm out. Peace.